Because there's just so much new stuff in here. You got the offlane bounty hunter versus the mid Ricky, and then you got the offlane ogre, who, by the way, is going no items straight into Ring of Health. He doesn't have a single item in his inventory.
There it is. Vanguard Midas. He's got it queued up. He knows the way.
He knows the strat.
Did you saw the dumb luck change as well, right?
Dumb luck. Oh, he has a passive ability.
Yeah.
His max intelligence. Oh, that's right. Yeah, he receives mana from strength.
And then he gets 1% multicast chance for each 20 strength that he has.
There you go.
So pretty cool stuff. Needs to get that strength up mega high to make sure he's good to go. And hey, you know what? Not a bad combination with the new Crimson Guard. I wouldn't hate that. Although these aren't really Crimson heroes anyways, so maybe it's not great.
And now he has a Blade Mill queued up.
Sick.
Fun on the ogre.
The hell is he doing?
He heard you and is like, I'm not gonna do what he thinks is good.
The fuck? It's messed up, man.
I'm gonna do my own thing. Nah, he queued it back. Nice little ward there. Maybe there'll be a flank here on the rune.
Thinking about it. Kaka, Paparazzi, DY, they're all close. Bumposhka, though, recognizes the danger, throws out one round of the concussive, and then backs away. So everybody heads off to their respective lanes. Team Spirit going to be able to secure 2 of those bounty runes. Collapse gets both of those, and he's gotten a ring of health. Yeah, if he wants to go buy it right now, he can. 700 gold.
He wants to mess up Ghost here. Ghost is just getting TP immediately. Realizing he would take a lot of damage. This is really greedy by him, but I think it's something that should pay off. I doubt he's going to die.
Oshka, he is in some trouble. Blood grenade, another round, punches, nether blast, hiding in these trees, keeping himself alive. And that means Yadaro is solo against JT, who's got some pretty good base damage. So not able to get to lane on Maposhka. Kaka just keeping him away.
They made inch skill heal level 1 too, which is not exactly what Maposhka wanted to do here.
Maposhka? Heal back up again now.
Heal.
Still very, very low. And Kaka has 5 tangos, so these trades, I mean, it is eventually going to be Maposhka back up to almost full HP, and Yadaro can force him back a bit. But yeah, it's a lot of pressure onto this Enchantress early.
Yeah, not bad for now. What do you do when an ogre just shows up to his lane with a ring of health?
Right? He's very annoying to deal with.
He's got 74 base damage with no items but regeneration in his inventory. This is pretty fog. And you're going to see Ursa at some point, how he's not going to go on to anything.
Yeah.
He's going to keep getting spammed over and over again by Mira. Life's going to be hard. This Decrepify is not going to save him either.
Right.
So much magic damage.
In the mid lane, Laurel is getting handled. He is almost going to get solo killed. In fact, Paparazzi is about sticking around a little bit longer. Laurel, I mean, he has a ring of health, but holy moly, it is. It's not a good time for the old Ricky.
He should be fine, though, just because he does have that ring of health. Sitting under his tower, additional regen as well. And I noticed JT in the offlane went through 3 branches and ring of health. It's the ring of health meta.
Yeah. How many are in the game
not
right
much
now?
Different from last patch, really, except for now the carries just can't go it. Everyone else but the carries. Carries just get excluded. Venting a little bit here.
It's good.
It's okay. Good. I don't play. It's good. I mean, I don't play here anymore, so it's fine.
I was saying it's good because I'm an offlane player, but yeah,
exactly.
It's good. Yeah, I mean, Laurel, like you said, still getting a bunch of denies on him mid as JT sort of just regens up for a second, but it's not been horrifically bad. Up top there, you can see Collapse forced back for a moment by the Fury swipes. But yeah, he's able to even get a little bit of counter pressure now onto Paparazzi now that the bottle's been delivered. So you use your sneaky little bottle charges. Meanwhile, Laurel just gets regen all the time.
Yep, he will be going for that Meteor Hammer build as well. So we'll see that online. And later on when he gets points in Smokescreen, that'll set up for potential ganks. I guess you have to keep in mind Skywrath has a silence too, so not the easiest Storm game by any means here.
No. No, I think it feels pretty rough for him. We have seen Skywrath's banned like immediately upon picking the upon picking the Storm. Has it all the way through, and Collapse now at 3.5 minutes has a Vanguard on this Ogre. He's 19 and 10. He has 10 denies against Ghost.
There's one constant on Team Spirit. It's Collapse owning his lane. He always does it. He always finds a way. This man is really good at laning, and it's not just laning. He's just such a talented player. We'll see what he can do on Ogre, though. This is not necessarily the hero I expect like the biggest of plays from, like we saw on his Mars or his Magnus in some of the games, and even his Primal Beast. Ogre seems a bit more, pretty simple.
Yeah, he's a simple guy. Simple Ogre. Paparazzi in at mid. Gonna get chased a bit by Laurel there. The pull back onto him. You can see that they're still jockeying for position and forcing Paparazzi to use his mana. Now he's going to have to head up to the top side, pick up a bounty rune, while Laurel can just sit here and maybe even get a couple denies while he's out of lane. Collapse.
Ghost on the top lane. It's not having the best time. Oh, rotation. This man's got a Vanguard. What do you want to do?
Yeah, it's literally doing nothing. Collapse was tanking tower while that stuff was happening. I mean, he really does not care. Wow. Yeah, it's looking a little bit good for the Ogre at this point. JT and Yadoro have been left completely alone down bottom. And Yadoro having a pretty good time of it. 30 and 6 so far. JT keeps on getting that dead shot to the face, and then he can't come in for the denies.
Yeah, he has a Vanguard, though. Classic situation here in mid lane. That's where the action's at.
Bring in numbers. They have somebody to tank, tries to TP out, and makes it away. Paparazzi understanding the danger, so the gank sends him home, doesn't get him killed.
They do have to deal with this catapult, though, in the mid lane here, which I think they should be able to. These creeps are going to die out, and the rune is going to go to the top lane. It's going to be a shield rune. For whoever wants to pick that up. Maybe Laurel will pick it up for some diving action later.
Dude, I am going to go steal this Ogre build later. Oh my god, I love this. This is great. Look at this man. He's got he's got Vanguard, Gloves of Haste. He's going to have Midas at like, I don't know, very soon it feels like.
Yeah, he will. Tank and tower, 9 creeps under the tower. Ghost in trouble.
God. Dude, look at this guy. How do you stand toe-to-toe against this man with no intelligence?
You can't reason with him.
No.
He's just coming for you. Yeah, this Ogre is an issue, but Skywrath is kind of what's keeping this afloat here.
Yeah.
Ursa can't commit because Mirror's just constantly nuking him in the face. And Ogre is too, right?
JT. They have the Hurricane to pull him back in closer after the dust was popped. Maposhka gets some good damage in, and the dead shot for the kill. That's actually first blood at 7 minutes in. And that also
it's just so hard to
get
get kills nowadays.
Yeah.
Everyone just has a Vanguard with the off lane. Look how long it took them to get that first blood. They had to really work for it. Well, I am surprised that, I guess, Ghost hasn't died yet.
Right. Yeah, he has been taking a lot of damage, but hasn't been brought down. And you can see they're stealing away the rune. Paparazzi trying to get aggro here onto Laurel, but has the jump away. Dust. Nope, can't do it. Mira shows up, and he's fine.
Okay. So what's going on with Meteor Hammer nowadays? So it's the same.
Yeah. He might not be going for it, potentially.
Yeah, he just went for that early Ring of Health. And
oh, wait a minute. Tries to make something happen on the Paparazzi, but can't go for it. He had the Illusion Rune, too, so Ancient Seal wouldn't have done much. Krebs, Centaur, now the jump onto Mira. Paparazzi wants to find him, but needs to be careful about expending that mana. Kaka there, mid too. Paparazzi pops it, turns. They blow up Miposhka. Kaka gets the kill. Second one of the game. And everybody back to farming again.
I'm so confused by this ring of health on Ricky. Does he really just only have it for the laning stage? What can he turn this into?
Abyssal Blade eventually.
Octarine Core? Abyssal Blade with a ring of health? Yeah, I guess. With a Vanguard. Alright, well, maybe he's playing the long game here. Really wants to be a carry. Top lane. Moment for to get collapse, perhaps.
They bring him down. Looks like the answer is yes. So finally get the punishment on this dumb ogre. Laurel in pretty far. Can't even get the jump away. Ends up dying. EY gets the kill onto him. And Paparazzi low on mana, but you can see Xtreme. They're not willing to back off from this. They're keeping that aggro going. And Miposhka pops his heal underneath tower. JT finds the finish.
Extreme Gaming is coming online. JT's ready to play. Getting some track kills. Getting a lot of Janata clicks off there. We talked about how this game is going to be very skirmishy. And I think the team that gets off to the races first is going to be the one that's favored here.
Fair. Absolutely. And already off to a pretty good start. A 2K gold lead with those track kills. See Yadaro trying to farm and play a little bit of catch up for himself. He's going into the Mask of Madness build. So a lot of farming across the board is what it feels like from Spirit.
This is the build I wanted to see last time. Was it Ghost playing it?
Yeah, it was Ghost.
I wanted to see this build. The Mask of Madness into Maelstrom. It's fast farming, but more than anything, when you pop your ultimate, you do a lot of damage. And that's exactly what he's setting himself up for. Into the Maelstrom, into the Hurricane Pike. He's going to hit hard if he's left uncontested like this to keep farming.
Well, the big item also coming out right now. Ogre got his Midas on the way. Let's go.
That's the big one. That's the exciting one here.
Absolutely.
Let's see how many multicasts he can get.
So he has the 75% chance for the ×2 at the very least.
Yeah, that's you have to get unlucky at this point.
Right.
But how much strength does he have? It adds
1%. So he's got 44 strength.
So an extra 2% there.
So 77%. Let's see it now. Oh, mid lane. They're trying to chase. And they find the Ricky. Laurel in trouble. Will be brought low, but able to get away for the moment. Do they have enough to kill him off? Tricks the trade, jump away. Goes on to JT.
Oh, he missed.
And he didn't get him. The miss chance on that cloud is big, and Collapse dies top. Oh, that's not good. Ursa starting to get online.
Yeah, the ogre super greedy here. No boots against an Ursa phase boots. You're not running away. And if Mira's not there, you're not going to be able to man fight him. So part of the problem with his build, I guess, at this point. But he did get the double cast, so he has boots available when he respawns.
Black screen, what's going on? Hello?
Hello, test.
I'm sure it's all fine.
I'm sure it'll work itself out.
Yeah, it makes it a little bit hard to play the game when you have a black screen. Maybe he turned it off.
Feel?
Yeah, right.
I only play Dota by feel.
That's right. That's what I hear all the time.
Just need a monitor.
This feels bad when I can't see. I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but hopefully they sort that out shortly. Now, there is some good news. When he went in to fight up on the top lane, Collapse did get his Midas off before he died. I didn't see if it was a double or not, but something to consider.
I think it had to have been, right? Because he has 500 gold.
Oh, yeah. Good plays. Look at that bounty hunter.
Super worth it, right? Got the Midas double cast off. Now Ursa's #1 in net worth, killing that piggy bank of an ogre.
Let's see bounty hunter
Pinata,
there do this.
Whatever you want to call him.
Do the Scourge McDuck. That was pretty nifty.
Yeah.
The taunt was good. And Bounty building another Ring of Health after the Vanguard. So he's going in for the pipe and wants to have both of them.
Alright. He knows what he needs to do. Just buy auras from the offlane.
Zip in. Kills Mira. She did deny a rune, but cost her life.
Oh, he used Mask of Madness on Huerta.
Okay, Yadaro dead while they're still chasing Maposhka. Paparazzi getting filled up.
That was so weird to play Yatoro. Like, he didn't use his ultimate, and he just popped Mask of Madness and just got killed.
Yeah, it must have been either a misclick or something weird going on. They did manage to find the kill up top on with Collapse and Laurel.
So that helps. But this Ursa's very farmed. I am a little surprised after that laning stage. He was kind of getting beat a lot. He was still finding his farm, not dying. Mid lane though.
They do. JT is Ian's a bit too far. They try and get the drain onto Laurel, do what damage they can. Kaka up on the high ground, popping the ultimate, buying enough time for the rest of the team to show up. Now JT, track onto all three of them. Pochka pops heal, staying alive. It's the stun, track kill going one direction. Shuriken bouncing everywhere. DY turns onto Laurel, they break it again. Kaka up on the high ground has casted so many rounds of spells, but Collapse, he jumps in and finds JT. So with the big ogre showing up, that's enough to scare off XG. Still, two big track kills, and Kaka did so much in that fight.
Yeah. And they're going to try and chase him down for it with the concussive. Can they get in range?
Looks like the answer is going to be yes.
Double
Hook
cast.
points and stun. Big plays.
Big plays indeed. However, they're still down 4,000 gold here at just under 14 minutes. Ursa now finishing Battle Fury. Yeah, we'll see. Who farms more? Ogre Midas or Battle Fury Ursa? We'll find out.
I'm excited. Oh, ×2. Feels good. Oh, get out of there. Oh, no. You can't die now. Please. Collapse.
All that gold he made is being taken away by the bounty hunter.
That's messed up.
That is messed up.
You know, they need a hero that... Silencer can take your intelligence, but they need a hero that can take your experience like that. You know what I mean?
Oh, that sounds great. You just D-level. You're like level 6 and you just lose your levels and you go back to level 5.
Right. Well, I mean, it's relevant, right? Like, this ogre is getting crazy amounts of XP. You need a nerf, clearly.
All right. You know, at this point, why not?
True.
We've got everything else. Why not?
Well, unfortunate situation with the issues coming out, but we do have a pretty strong window here for Xtreme. And I mean, I think particularly when they get that mechanism done, which it's almost completed, that would be a huge moment for them. Because right now, Spirit don't seem to have a lot going for them.
Not a lot, and I thought this Ricky with Meteor Hammer would be something to give him that early game presence. But he just forwent it entirely and just going for Diffusal Blade now. So I guess his next timing is Diffusal. Laurel not having the best game here.
Right. Yeah, I wonder how much that's going to help. I mean, they don't have great ways to keep people in the clouds, so Diffusal kind of does that, which is one nice part.
Yeah.
As JT doing a little hunting here. Don't have detection down for the bounty, or rather for the Ricky. And instead, they're going to wrap around. Ooh, Laurel caught sight there of Paparazzi, I think, and DY nearby. Yeah, they realize what's going on.
Yep, they'll back out.
Might not be able to get away, though, if they're not careful. Collapse. He gets caught for a moment. They see vision again. Good wards down. Collapse turns, throws out the ignite. They have the silence now on the Pugna. Laurel in full vision. Hurricane pulls him back in. Mira right on top finds DY. DY dead. Can they get
Laurel
more?
went in.
Stun onto Laurel. Controlled, pulled back, and killed. And even though they had good vision in the area, it was better for XG in case of their positioning.
I mean, Laurel's just been so greedy this game. He keeps jumping in to try and kill a support. He was successful this time, but he's trading his life every time he does this.
Dude, I'd be so frustrated right now if I was... I mean, either team, to be honest.
Yeah. It's not great, but at some point they'll... Hopefully they just keep it paused for as long as they need.
Right.
Until they fix this situation. But sometimes you don't... Depending on the issue, you can't really tell if it's fixed or not until you do a little bit of testing. So...
Right.
It is what it is.
So tell me what you think about this offlane bounty. He's been looking pretty good, staying aggro in the fights. He's just about got that pipe completed. Do you like the look of it in this game? I mean, all these games are turning into bloodbaths anyways. Might as well just get some track gold.
Oh, it's looked amazing this game. But it's mainly been the player. JT has been finding ways to get himself out on the map, be annoying, get these kills, punish pretty much everything on this map at the moment. And it's looked phenomenal, and his net worth reflects that. He's doing super well. They're making space for this Ursa to hit creeps. And Ursa now just has a completely free map. They're trying to give space to Morta and Ursa. And right now, Ursa's just using that space a bit better.
Monitor broken. Where's Puppy? What's going on?
No. Does he fix them? Is that the joke? Does Puppy fix monitors?
No, it's a different monitor joke. I don't know.
Oh, okay,
It's an old meme.
No,
It's been a little bit.
I'm just dry humor.
Okay, got it.
Can't get my sarcasm. It's okay.
It'll take me a while. I think I'm looking also at all of the Xtreme players, and they're like rubbing their eyes and stuff like that. Maybe again, some jet lag or something. Who knows what's going on exactly? But regardless, they've been playing super well. Very impressed with their performances, at least for now. And man, I just want Ogre Midas to work. I want it to be a thing.
You're just rooting for Ogre right now.
Really
Everything else in this game is whatever. I'm thinking about that pub later on today where I'm going to pick Ogre. I'm going to go this build, and I want it to work. I want it to be OP, so I can do this every game.
And if my team flames me, I can be like, listen, guys, Collapse did it, okay?
Exactly.
Collapse clearly would not do something that was less than perfect. And
already have the match ID copy pasted for if anyone questions you.
Did I tell you the way that I first got to 5K when I started spamming Darkseer?
Mm-hmm.
So what I did was I went in and I watched the old Quincy crew play, and I remember MSS and Snake King. This was when Snake King was playing 3. He would play Darkseer, and then they would just pull the wave together back behind the tier 2 tower, all the way back there, because you could grab it in between tier 1 and tier 2, and then just double wave. And it was like, oh my god, I never have to play a lane again. I just never have to lane. I can just farm. It's perfect. And people would like ping me and be like, what are you doing? Question mark, question mark. And then, the 4 would die while I'm trying to pull the wave back over. I don't know why they're over there, but whatever, it happens. And then I'm like, listen, guys, Snake King did it. And then they're like, who? And I was like, you'll see. You'll see. He's going to win TI one day.
Throwing some shade right there.
I mean, back then, there was a little bit of a question mark of who, but everybody knows now. The king is the king.
Yeah. As a 5 player.
Exactly.
The king of 5s. Clearly not the king of Darkseers.
No.
But maybe. He helped you win MMR, so what he was doing was good enough.
Exactly. And I feel like, he inspired 33 probably. That's not true. That's not
sure, we can go with it. No one can fact check these things, so whatever you say, you just gotta have enough confidence in saying it.
Exactly.
To be close enough to true.
Man. So they're switching out the monitor right now. Is there any way that we could get the obs to click on JT or Kaka's feed so we can see what it looks like? It looks like they're sorting out a few of them. Oh yeah, there we go. We got an admin on the job. Looks
it's
good.
on the case.
Perfect. Look at him.
Yeah, it won't be too long. Just a quick monitor switch.
Is that Yuragi? Looks like Yuragi.
Just because he's bald or what?
Listen, I'm a bald now. I can say it, okay? It's fine.
Jeez. Is that lyrical over there?
Listen, nobody mistakes me for anybody but me. I have
I see.
a couple pounds on that guy, if you want to put it that way. A few more than that.
Is it Kaka's monitor? That's the issue?
I think so. My guess is that JT was typing for him because Kaka couldn't type for himself because his monitor was dead. Oh,
yeah, okay. He reconnected. He looks good to go.
We're in it.
Let's do this.
That is a good thing to have a problem with, to be honest, right? Like, having a monitor dead is, like, way easier to fix than a computer blue screen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. As long as you have a spare monitor.
Right. If they didn't have a spare monitor, man, that's quite bad.
Yeah, that... Surely. Mid lane, here we go. Oh, what a silence.
Very well played. Oh, but the force. Who's going to die? It looks like it's going to be Kaka. Only comes back to immediately die.
But he saved his storm, so...
Yeah, true.
I'm sure he's okay with that. But Mira, instant silence right as the storm zips in before he gets his pull off. Crazy reaction time by him.
Poshka trying to stay alive down bottom. Yeah, if they can continue to make that type of a move of getting those silences off in time, it's going to really disrupt Storm's game. Might even, yeah, he's thinking about the BKB right away. Laurel finds DY off in the trees, hunting this Pugna, sees him now, gets caught by the silence. Refusal Blade not quite done, so keeping him in that cloud a little bit rough, and well, that's the way to stop him from getting the silence off in time. You have the bounty punch him in the face, and another 2 round of track kills into Xtreme's pockets.
Alright, this track spell has been changed a lot. Let's figure out how much gold this gives now. So self bonus gold is 130 at level 1, and allies get plus 40 on top of that. So it's a lot. He's number 1 net worth. He has pipe completed and a vanguard with 1,300 gold on top of that. This bounty hunter's huge.
Wow. That's insane. Oh,
forget the Midas Ogre.
Yeah.
The bounty hunter killing everything. That's where you really get the gold.
I mean, it's pretty crazy. No, you're absolutely right. With that said, we do also, though, have Collapse Ogre getting strong. But Paparazzi, wait, Paparazzi? Oh, D-Crep keeps him alive. Yadaro in trouble. Channel tries to get away. Not going to happen. They take down Huerta.
And JT just doesn't care.
Yeah, he keeps going.
Towers? How much damage is a tower doing to him? 20 damage?
Yeah,
cool.
Slide it all up. Going into Aghanims next, too. Wants to get that increased cast range. Applying Janata. He wants to seal even more gold. God. They're in a bit of a tenuous situation on the side of Spirit because this lineup from Xtreme is coming online super quickly.
Oh, look at that hit on JT. He can't hit the hinge.
Dude, Maposhka just sat there right under a sentry. They knew. They were waiting. That was all a bait. But it doesn't matter because they can't control them. There's already 4 staffs. Oh, wait a minute, though. This might be what they're looking for. Crap out. Stun immediately on a Paparazzi. But he's got a haster, and he walks away from all of them. Mira already dead. Tried to cast that big Mystic Flare and ended up getting bopped by the Pugna ward. Collapse is dead. Maposhka in some trouble, trying to get anything going for themselves, but these 4 staffs, the D-Crap. Xtreme Gaming have built perfectly to deal with this Ricky.
Yeah, I don't know what the problem is here. I don't know if I'm blaming the Ricky or the Ogre, but they both look useless.
Okay, fair enough.
I haven't seen Ogre do anything outside the laning stage. That was good.
Yep.
I actually haven't seen Ricky do anything this game, though. 1-4 staff is countering the Ricky. You need a shard to be able to make it so people can't force staff other players out of the smoke screen. And I think that has to be your next item.
Yeah. I also will say that, like... Oh, wait a minute. Paparazzi on Maposhka. They're not even giving him this chance. Wait a minute, is this a mistake, though? Have they gone in too far in Xtreme? Couple quick punches, they find the Pugna, kill him off. It did cost them both of their supports, but they got one. I think at this point you take it. If you're Team Spirit, you've got to just take whatever you can get and Well, Ghost now shows up. Collapse throws out the stun. More and more they go. Have Bloodlust too. JT just walk away from him. Can they find Kaka for the kill? They will. Laurel turns now. Fear. Control. Damage. Dead.
Okay.
Do they have a second salvo though? JT is nearby. Doesn't have pipe at the ready, but they do have the silence onto Paparazzi, and they get the kill. And this is before Shard.
All right. Much needed. Xtreme Gaming playing like they're winning the game by a lot, which they kind of were. But overextended just a little bit here, not being able to kill Collapse there after jumping in with the Ursa and Rage. They just have to back up there. It looks like they're going to go back and go do the Tormentor. Ursa, as we decided, one of those heroes that could potentially solo this. Every once in a while, there's 2 Wisdom Rings down there. Who's getting this?
I think Ghost takes him probably. Oh, no.
Still dying to Tormentor.
That's so
7.33B. Come on, guys. You're pro players.
It happens. All right, now here's the thing. If one of Team Spirit died, he can't die now because you just got him. Oh, Maposhka, don't let it happen. All right, he lives. It's going to be a Sky Shard. Interesting. Ricky has Shard. Talk to me about how good this is.
It's quite good this patch. It goes nerfed a little bit. However, the biggest thing that it does is the fact that targets become untargetable when they're in your smoke screen, which means Pugna can't use a heal on him, CM can't use a force staff on him, you can't use any items on your allies that are stuck in a smoke screen. So a lot of people think it's just a force staff counter, but Pugna not being able to heal people could be big as well. But you need to be able to cast it, and you dying right away in the mid lane,
Wow.
not ideal.
I mean, that's what all this net worth on the Bounty Hunter will give you. You just get an Orchid. Crazy. Ogre right now has finished the Crimson Guard. So they have a couple of these aura-oriented items and things starting to feel a little bit better on that regard. But when you lose your Ricky like that, that's pretty rough.
I'm just a little bit afraid if you have downtime. Oh, JT sees Yatoro. Oh, does have a pike.
Goal. Find him. Collapse, trying to keep his buddy alive. Force staff, double rounds. Yatoro turns, pierce the veil. Has to do what damage he can in this moment. Rooted. No ability to take it off. Super dead. And just like that, Xtreme take another W for themselves. If they focus on a hero, they just die.
I was about to say the Crimson's a nice addition and everything, but you're playing versus a lineup that doesn't care that much about Crimson Guard.
Yeah.
Ursa, his damage is so overwhelming that just blocking, you know, small chunks of it every hit doesn't really matter. When he's coming in like a wrecking ball after a few hits here. Same, the supports, they're all magic damage. Storm Spirit, his overload, doesn't really care about the Crimson Guard. Maybe the Bounty Hunter's affected a little bit, but the itemization coming out from Collapse, like, I'm glad he is going for auras, and it's fine. It feels like this may have been a game where Crimson could have been a potential skip.
Yeah. Maybe even, like, disassembling the Vanguard and going back for the pipe instead and then building into that halberd earlier could have been the option. But whatever the case is, that is not what ended up happening. And he's trying to build into the Shard next for Collapse. So getting that fire shield, which is kind of interesting. You know, blocking 85% of the damage. If maybe you drop that after there's already like 5 or 6 stacks of Fury swipes on somebody, that could be pretty good for a save potential.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's definitely kind of annoying for heroes that want to do burst damage. Could make a difference. We'll have to see.
Drops down the cloud, but the BKB was already there. And now the Poshka, well, they actually get a little bit away from him. Taka, ulti, still going. Jump forward, Collapse in trouble. Does he go down? He will. Ghost tries to TP out immediately. Do they have a way to break it? No. They get out on Ghost, try and find more. The cloud wasn't in time, so DY gets away. And a 12k gold lead. Spirit just kind of getting rolled over by Xtreme.
But at least they showed some signs of life there. We're starting to see the Morta's damage output when you do go a build like this. She was hitting hard
True.
for the duration of that fight. Really hard. And Kaka just gonna double force staff. Fine.
They want to chase. No way
He
to
has a
pursue
shard.
him
You
to get
can't
out.
force him.
That's an easy kill. Those are the types of pickoffs that they need to get. But Xtreme still very, very much in the driver's seat of this one, and they've got that big bad carry in Ghost, who's going to consistently be a problem in this game for them.
What you're really running into in this game is pretty much figuring out what is Ogre's purpose in this game. That's number one for me, because I'm not having it's not a clear for me, like, what is he doing in this game? Sure, he has Crimson and Pipe, which helps, but he can't frontline very well, as you saw in the last fight. He just died. He doesn't bring any team fight to the table and his spells. And then the second thing is going to be Laurel. He's just so poor that he's around the same net worth as Crystal Maiden at this point. He's pretty much just playing around the smokescreen shard. So they got to play these fights very very carefully. Maybe
Right.
Collapse just has to be the bait, dies, so Yatoro can get right clicks on. Laurel getting the smoke screen out, potentially getting the burst, so the force staffs can't save people. You gotta play these fights very carefully if you are Team Spirit.
Well, they find and blow up JT. That's about as perfect of a start as you can get. Kaka, though, the ulti is doing so much and no way to break it at the moment. They get it finally with the dead shot. Laurel tried to take down Paparazzi, did not have the damage. And Xtreme, after winning that first round, are going to try and move back into the pit. Now, Paparazzi does check over here for Yadoro. As Ghost realizes in the area, they see them go into the pit. I don't think that they can make that move. Yadoro tries to wrap around, goes through the gate. They see him briefly.
No, they just randomly checked.
Oh, and now they get him. And that is going to be Yadoro dying. Unreal.
They had no vision up there. They're just like, oh, go check the gate, make sure they're not coming type of thing. And Yatoro was trying to escape through the gate as they're doing Roshan.
That's big. So another Aegis into the hands of Xtreme. And just looking to run away with this game. Again, get that kill onto JT at the start. It feels good, but if they don't have... I mean, that's pretty much it. Like, their lineup is made to get one kill and then, like, back out. Because once you get that one kill, what are you doing afterwards? Nothing.
Yep. And I think another issue is this Ricky, if you look at his targets that he can potentially select, sure, the Bounty Hunter was great, right? They got the kill right away. But going on a support means you can force yourself out of the smoke screen. You can't force others. The other cores in the Ursa has BKB. You got a BKB on Storm too, so you can't really kill the supports by yourself because of the force staff. You can kill JT though, so maybe he is the target, but he's incredibly tanky going into that Albert. You gotta use a lot to kill JT in these fights.
Right. Well, and that's leaving nothing afterwards to deal with Ghost, who is level 20 at this point as Maposhka takes the Wisdom Rune. Might end up paying with her life here. As Kaka tries to chase, Ghost running
That's
after.
an angry bear.
Run away! Can they catch him? Oh, no. Bring around the Rosie. And
Oh, they got him!
no,
Good guess by Kaka.
Oh, wow.
Good game read there.
Yeah.
I mean, like, he could have TP'd here, and if he does, maybe this is one of the only ways he can get out. Reads it perfectly, and traps him right in his place there, getting punished for taking that Wisdom Rune. 15,000 gold advantage now. Life is hard for Team Spirit right now.
I don't know if you saw that or not, but Paparazzi popped a remnant on the low ground and saw and could see into the camp that was being farmed, so they knew that they were up on that high ground. Some cool little mechanics going on from Xtreme that are doing a good job of trying to put the clamps on this map and give Spirit nowhere left to farm, but it's hard to do that in this game. I mean, you look at all of these heroes. Yadoro right now is on the enemy side of the map farming up these medium camps, trying to catch up, get into his next item, which is going to be the Manta.
I think last fight, if you noticed, that was very difficult for him. Crystal Maiden kept using Frostbite during his ultimate there. I called him Pierce the Veil. I don't know why I didn't want to say the Reckoning. That was just a patch name.
Right.
Dead Reckoning. But yeah, he used Pierce the Veil, and Kaka just spammed Frostbite on him.
Yeah.
3 seconds of your 8 seconds inside of that feels bad. But if you get a Manta, you can just take that off every single time. The other things you can do is potentially Decrepify. You can Decrepify an ethereal unit, right? I assume
believe
you can.
so.
That's kind of funny interaction. You can Decrepify Mortal as Morta might just go down here.
Oh, man. And just about had her Manta done. If she has that done, she might actually be able to survive there. But the silence was out and was not meant to be. And now Laurel just immediately has to run away. BKB out. They find him there. Looking for the finish. Can they get him?
Oh,
they
barely.
will. Dude, the gank squad is so strong.
It's just hard. We talked about all the single target abilities you have. And you don't have enough farm to with it. This Ricky's not killing anything, right?
Oh, God,
Ogre's going down
collapse.
too.
He tried to initiate on DY. Ghost came out of nowhere and just killed him.
Yeah. They're pretty desperate at this point. Their play options are very limited here. The Morta's gonna finish a Manta soon, but that only stops one of the multiple issues that you might have in this game. Is Heaven's Halberd is such a good item against Morta, and JT has that completed here. Same with the Orchid.
Yeah.
You know what it feels like Morta needs right now? It needs a BKB, Manta, and a Daedalus.
Right. You need a lot. So it's quite tough. And they do have a Halberd done on Ogre, but again, that's like to stop either the Storm or the Ursa. It's just not feeling, like you said, like they have a purpose in this game.
Why not
Pugna
both?
now has the shard.
Ogre can multicast Halberd, so disable the whole team.
There it is. That's the solution. But how do you keep him stuck in the area? That's kind of what they're still looking for. Solution for that.
Yeah, this game will get fun if he finishes Ogre's Nullifier, Halberd, maybe a Hex. Multicast all of those onto all enemy heroes. Maybe we'll have ourselves a game if we can get to that point. But for now, 21,000 net worth advantage. Ursa unstoppable. Bounty Hunter tanky as hell. And Ricky just officially fell into support territory of net worth.
Yeah, it's pretty sad for him. Ooh, mass TPs. Oh, they might have seen some. I think they saw some Lotuses get taken, and yeah, everybody now TPs away on Spirit, so they won't get that. There are what 6 Lotuses down on the bottom pool.
That's a full pool, huh?
I haven't seen that before.
No one's been down there. Those things are no joke too. They give you a lot of healing. I think at the max level they give you 900.
Pretty sick. Kaka? It's found. Forced after the low ground. Tries to chase after him. Yadro right on top. BKB, no problem. Manta out. Paparazzi pops don't BKB, but they get the Pierce the Veil. Tries to take down a couple more. Now the control onto JT. Things somewhat working. Ghost onto one. Trying to find the hits onto Yadro, but the walk away, it's not really that fast. He has Hurricane Bike back up again in a second. Throws it out now. Controls onto the bear. And suddenly, Spirit win a fight. Save your buddy syndrome, not the way that's supposed to go. Everybody on Xtreme is going to die. Fear, why'd they do that?
You said it yourself, save your buddy syndrome. All of a sudden Ursa thinking he's a big boy jumps in there, pops his BKB super early while Pierce the Veil, was still active. Wasn't able to hit the Morta. Got kited out at the end, got silenced. Couldn't get his ultimate off. And there you go. They're back.
What can they get out of this? I mean, I'm going to say, at every point of Team Spirit's career as a squad, their late game has been very scary. Their comeback potential has been very scary. I think about those games around like TI-10, and so many times it was through that bottom lane where they would win a fight like this, suddenly get like a full lane of racks, it feels like, and just look at that swing. It somehow they just do this.
If they can keep Yatoro alive, He will win them the game. He's got Bloodlust on top of him. Skywrath went for a Solar Crest on top of the Morta. Pop the Mask of Madness on top of that. That's a lot of damage. And we talked about Morta maybe needing a BKB into the Daedalus. He's just gonna skip the BKB straight into Daedalus, realizing he needs the damage. Right. And I think when he finishes his Daedalus, the damage will be there.
Well, Xtreme, how do they handle this adversity? Are they going to be able to sort of stand up to this, get their feet back underneath them, right the ship, and put things back in order? Because at the moment, that huge swing has given Team Spirit a ton of momentum. Not always easy for these teams that have particularly been like sort of floundering a bit in the group stage, winning one, losing one here and there, to sort of recover. Sometimes that doesn't happen as quickly.
Yeah, we just lost 10,000 gold on Xtreme Gaming too. The map is stabilized. I think what you're looking for next is going to be Roshan, who is up and available. This is the third Rosh, keep you in mind. So for the next 4 minutes here, 3.5 minutes, he will have a Refresher Shard. Then he will move to the Radiant side, and then he'll have an Aghanim's. I'd much rather have the Aghanim's. I think the Radiant Rosh is a bit OP on the third one.
So if you could have the choice to get like 50% of getting the Aghanim versus 100% of getting the Shard, which you take?
Like 50% of just essentially not getting anything?
Team, yeah, the other team getting it.
Oh, I see. I mean, I would probably take the 100% Shard.
Okay. All right, fair enough. Well, they might just take that right now. Extreme, head down towards the pit. Do Spirit know? The pings.
Yeah, you don't wait for it to go to Dire. Definitely not.
The pings. There. Oh, Radiant are scanning. They think that they're fighting over to the side, but they're not. They're in the pit. And Xtreme are going to get a free Aegis. Oh, that hurts. And Aghanim's Scepter on Paparazzi coming into this fight now has the Refresher Shard.
They should at least make the Shard like the old Shard, where it had no mana cost to activate.
Oh, yeah.
Just at least make the Refresher Shard better. Either way, yeah, he does have Ags and Shard, which is a great combo. It's going to cost a lot of mana for him to do this, but well worth it if you can get 2 to 3 heroes in it or more.
JT trying to bait on this lane. Muerta illusions, spamming out what little damage they can do while the real one's down bottom. And I believe has another full item coming out on Muerta. Oh, it's just a TP scroll, never mind. But has the Daedalus up.
Yeah, damage is really good for Muerta. You see her attacking right now. It's not the fastest attack speed, but throw a Solar Crest, throw Bloodlust on her. She was attacking super fast now.
They also have the really good answer for a bunch of the CM shenanigans, as well as all these various slows that they've got. The Boots of Bearing done for Enchantress on top of the Force Staff. So you give these supports enough time to get into these other aura items that can make a pretty big difference.
Collapse.
It's big.
That is a big one. You can no longer Force Staff yourself away. Plugdown can no longer Decreptify save people. We've got some issues to deal with here. This game, it's not over for Spirit. That one fight, that one wipe, levels things out quite a bit, and now Spirit gets to play the type of game which I think they'd much rather be playing in this position, and that's very slow, moving around the map as a team, waiting for Xtreme to do something similar as to what they did before in that last fight and overextend.
This'll come in handy.
And I mean, if they play this greedy style and sort of wait for those mistakes to reveal themselves, you can imagine that actually happening. And this is the other thing that I always talk about this. There's like a collection of, I think particularly like the old guard Chinese teams that don't always make the most bold plays out on the map. This is a big play from them though. If they can connect here, it sometimes feels like there's moves that are played to not lose as plays to move to win.
Right.
And Xtreme, do you think that they have to play like really aggressive? Do they need a set of racks with this Aegis?
Oh no, they don't need a racks with this Aegis. But ideally, they find a way to get a fight. It's a very difficult question to answer, because going high ground just blindly like this when you have 0 heroes that can hit high ground would be really stupid of them.
Of course.
So what they should try doing is getting a fight where they can use the Aegis, but if you're going to be playing the way Spirit is playing, just waiting for you under vision on high ground, so you don't want to rush up there either and give them a fight that they're like waiting for. So they could continue. Okay, Ghost might be a little bold here. I don't know, my friend. I don't know about this.
The illusions. They thought. Okay.
Shortest blink of all time, but it was good enough to get him out. This bear has no boots, by the way. He's quite slow.
Dude.
Slower than your average bear.
I will also say, I didn't realize this. Ogre hits very hard now. He went for the 80 damage talent and also has the nullifier on top of it. He's hitting incredibly hard.
No, he also went for the 1.5% extra multicast talent.
Oh, yeah.
Also known as 30 strength.
Pretty solid.
Which helps you a lot with survivability and more damage. Because Ogre is just straight up a strength hero now, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Well, an interesting time, and if he can get into his next item, Overwhelming Blink. Actually, no, queues up the Hex instead. So they're doing a good job of dodging. Do they have all their neutrals? They should have them all on Radiant. Yeah, because get him from the Ogre Midas. Tier 4's online. Hasn't actually collected one yet, it looks like, on Laurel. He has yet to choose his item. Might just be forgetting about it. On the dire side,
if you build intelligence on Ogre?
I don't know. To be honest with you, I have no idea.
Oh no, Ogre got a 4x multicast, but there's only 3 creeps next to him for the Midas.
Very sad. Laurel Illusions being sent out to try and scout, see if they can run into anybody. They see heroes. Paparazzi revealing himself. Yadaro on the high ground. Smoke up now with a couple. Waiting for this fight. The scan connects, so XG, they know they're here. Smoke breaks. JT, do they decide to take the jump? Sends out the illusions again. Sees everybody. Silence on to Ricky. They kill off the illusions, and this posturing is just going to continue. Nothing really gained out of it.
Yeah, they're just waiting at this point for... You can see the ward from Radiant. They're waiting for someone to go there to get their jump. On Dire, they have their ward up on the other high ground, waiting for that. He seems to have been trained and conditioned throughout the years to not go on enemy vision and only jump people that go on your vision. And that's kind of what starts these standoff type of games that start to feel really boring. But if you start losing your patience and you go into other people's vision like this, that's how you lose fights and how you lose games.
All right, 50% Little Friends, 50% Muerta. Muerta gets it.
Oh, Mira almost died there. That was so close. He had like less than 50% health.
Dude, that's the best feeling. You have Little Friends as the last shard and you don't get it from a Poshka. Big. Very big.
That is big. Yeah, Little Friend's not going to do too much in this one, unfortunately. No. Nor is the double enchant creep.
Although, oh no, it doesn't give you 2 charges of enchant, does it? I was going to say that it could do it to purge somebody twice. It should do that at least. Come on.
2 charges? Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be really good, though. Just having 2 slows / 2 purges. And Little Friends? Yeah, let's buff Ench more. This hero's like first pick every game. This hero needs some more buffs.
They see him in mid. Do they realize that JT is here? Not
both
dropping
teams
down
want to do
yet.
the same play. But they don't want to go Poshka. That ain't a juicy target.
Dude, these standoffs. I mean, I don't know.
With a gem. They see Ghost.
Who they want to go. They find right at the start. Kaka down low dead. They kill him off. Paparazzi, BKB back away. XG, they've lost one. Do they want to still take this fight? They get the silence. Second round refresher. Their pull onto 4. But where's the follow-up? They don't have the damage. It was a nullifier onto the Urza. The bear can't do anything. Separated from the rest of his friends. Paparazzi forced back. Team Spirit are actually going to take this fight, and they're going to do huge damage. They don't even have the tier 1 tower bottom, but they're going to maybe be able to force out this Ursa buyback. We'll see if they want it. I mean, they have to force tier 4s basically to get any buyback out of them because this Rax has just given up. So instead, they're going to back up, take the tier 2 top. Yeah, holy moly.
Damage is done. Going for tier 4s is basically like saying, we want to throw the game back to you.
Okay.
And Spirit doesn't want to do that, as you can imagine. But yeah, that jump from Laro with his own nullifier there. I was wondering if that was Ogre's, but no, he bought his own nullifier. Went in there. It doesn't get punished for finishing off the CM, and Ursa just can't find a target anymore. I feel like the item Spirit has built at this point, mainly just the nullifiers, plus having an additional carry in Laurel that can just go in and do damage. Laurel's net worth wasn't great for majority of this game, but it's getting better, and I feel like running into Yatoro is almost impossible at this stage of the game. Now that he has a BKB online, and they'll get their own refreshing.
Craziness. So Aegis in hand as Roche gonna be taken with Ursa gone for a while, and Team Spirit, I mean, again, you just think about the situation that they were in at around, what time was that, like 30 minutes or so, 89% win chance. You know, the game was so heavily into the favor of Xtreme, and then just all it took was one bad fight and they just got everything out of it. Spirit now in the command of this game.
Spirit's also just outplaying them. I feel like you see this Enchantress mid, they didn't want to go, but the moment a CM showed, Spirit didn't hesitate to jump, and that made the difference. Like, I think like Xtreme is playing for some unrealistic thing to be happening in the game, or the perfect jump that they're just not being provided, and they're not just taking what they can get, and they're kind of letting Spirit just walk all over them at this point.
That's what I had said. You know, they're playing not to lose. They want to not throw this advantage that they felt like they had, and they did have it, and then it dropped away, and it's less of an advantage. And Team Spirit's like, fine, we'll run at you. We'll take the fight. We know what fight is good for us. It's killing Kaka right away, and they did it. And now, can Xtreme come back and try and take a fight and run after them? I mean, time will tell, but at the moment, they just are chilling in their base. Hard one to make happen.
It's not easy. It's definitely not easy at this point. You just have to go at this point. Maybe smoke around, find an angle. But if you don't go, you're just going to lose everything. Yeah. You've already lost your advantage. There's a shield rune here that Latoro's going to pick up, and he can use this to just go push bot lane if he desires to do that. But I think he needs to be around this ward that they planted. Someone has to push bottom. Maybe it's Collapse.
Maybe
he's thinking about it, but maybe there's a fight happening.
Oh, vision. They see Paparazzi jump onto him. Try and bait out in a BKB. They don't manage to get it. Now Paparazzi, he's ready to fight, but is this really the time? So much damage out from Yatoro, and with that shield rune, they realize they can't take the fight, have to back out. And now it's like Spirit are going to go on and push out that bottom lane.
Yeah, Collapse is like, guys, we can't just keep sitting here without pushing out this bot lane. Someone can go down here. He was like walking back and forth, posturing that he wanted to go down there for a while, but the call was ultimately to defend that ward that they had placed near the mid lane there, and they scared him off successfully, and now they're going to go push bottom. Now you got a bulldozer coming your way. What is Xtreme Gaming going to do about it?
The other issue that they do have is that, hey, guess what? Collapse, he's finished off the sheep stick.
Okay, how much int does he have? Still 0.
Yep, he's always 0. That's the fun of it.
Does the int get transferred to strength, or is it just a wasted attribute?
I feel like it might just be wasted. I'm unsure.
Oh. Okay, I mean, he has 179 strength.
Maybe that's a lot. Regardless, his mana pool isn't huge, but I don't know if it matters. He is going bootless, ready to battle. Throws out the Hex, throws out the Ignites. DY takes a good chunk of damage while on the low ground, Yadaro's just hitting. Nobody is coming up to defend this. They're not trying to fight. Xtreme are just watching him do it. Paparazzi says, fine, I'll do it myself. EKB out, tries to chase in. Kaka does some damage. See him ulti go into town, but gets obliterated. Buys back immediately. Ghost wanting to find a target. They turn now onto Yadaro. He gets force staff away. They don't have the control on him. He's still got Aegis for a minute. And look at him. Xtreme Gaming are being torn asunder. A double kill for Laurel. Spirit all over this team as more buybacks come out, but they can't stop the pain train coming their way. Team Spirit make this comeback happen. And now with Megas, I mean, maybe with Ghost on top of it. No, he's dead. Dies in an instant, has to buy back. They feel like they have to get something here, but they've already lost their whole base. Stuns now onto Kaka. Double kill for Yadaro. JT tries to back away. The jump in comes from Ghost, tries to get onto Laurel. Can't find him. Paparazzi chases. They need to get something out of this. Everybody has fought back, and they haven't even broken the damn Aegis. 17 seconds left on it. They take it now. Ogre collapse. He's getting ran at. Can they kill him off? This would be big. Yadaro's back though, and Laurel on low HP, but still getting these kills, still finding hero after hero death. And I mean, they have to get back in their base at this point. On to Ghost. Mira. Oh, barely gets away. The pullback 1-2. Ghost wants a target. They take down Mira, but Poshka, he is going to get close to falling. Do they have enough? Do they kill him off? Laurel on the triple kill. He's so low, 100
They can't
HP,
see him.
but he has the gem, and there is no detection. There is no way to see the Ricky. Ghost now under
Get the
more
Hex
fire.
available. Double
Laurel
Hex.
getting so many kills on no HP. They take down another. Ghost is dead. The Ancient falls to the creeps. GG. Spirit just ripped them apart.
Yeah, at one point, Xtreme was 22k gold ahead, by the way.
Oh.
And